Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy. It's Monday, so we got a weekend's worth of sales to go over. This weekend, I did run a promotional sale. I picked about 300 items out of my eBay store and ran them anywhere between 15 and 20% off. I ran the sale from about Friday midday until Monday morning, and it sucked. I had one sale out of that promotion, So, unfortunately, that did not create any additional sales for me this weekend. I know things were a little weird. Everybody's coronavirus crazy. Everybody's worried about going out and stocking up on toilet paper and hand sanitizer. So I guess that's where all the money was being spent this weekend and not in my eBay store. So we're going to get started with Amazon. Those I'll go over pretty quick because they were all FBA sales. I sold 4 items for just over $100. I think it was like $102 and change. A couple of my shipments that I sent in last week hit the Amazon warehouses, so that stuff should be starting to sell this week. Usually the first week that all that stuff goes in, my sales are pretty good. So I did sell, I think 2 or 3 of these items were in those shipments. The first is a Glacier Bay, Alaska jigsaw puzzle. This sold for $29.99. I sold this pocket electronic Sudoku game. It's a little handheld game, and it was $27.99. Sold a pack of Royal Brights photo paper. I think this was 8x10 sized, and it sold for $24.99. And the last item is this shower diverter. I think I picked this up for like $1. This is like the 3rd or 4th one of these I've sold now in the last year or so. I find them cheap, and it sold for $19.99, and that's about what they generally go for, right around that $20 range. So yeah, all these sales were right about $20 to $25, and they were all items that I picked up for probably less than $3 a piece. So I'm really happy about all those sales. Even though the total wasn't really high for the weekend, still sold $100 on Amazon. Now let's flip over to eBay. eBay was slow this weekend, at least slow for me, only 11 sales. Luckily, the average sales price was fairly high. It was about $48, so I'm happy about the average sale price, just not happy with the overall sales. But I'm going to take what I got and get it all shipped out this morning. It's all right here, so let's get started. First item is this autographed baseball. This is Duke Snider, most known for playing with the Los Angeles Dodgers. This was in that recent autograph haul purchase that I had, authenticated by JSA. I did get it done by them. It cost me $10 to get that certification. And this was the one item that sold on promotion. I originally had it at $39.99, and it ended up selling for $33.99 shipped. I just showed these hockey gloves to you, I think yesterday or Saturday, if you watched my garage sale video. I went to some garage sales into one thrift store. If you haven't, that video was the last one that I just did. I'll link it at the end of this. But I picked up these hockey gloves. These were actually from like Goodwill. I went to some garage sales and then to one Goodwill. And that Goodwill actually ended up being pretty good. It was half price Saturday, so it was packed. It was a mad dash to find a few items, and this was one that I found. These were marked $7.49, so I got them for $3.75. It's a pair of Easton hockey gloves. These sold in less than a day. There were none of this model on eBay, so I priced it up a little bit. Most used pairs were going for probably that $20 to $50 range, with a few examples a little bit higher. So I priced mine at the higher end, $49.99 shipped, and that's what I got, $50 for this pair of gloves. Sold in less than a day. I sold something Avon. Yeah, some Avon stuff does sell. Generally, I avoid it, but this was actually in a box of items that I got at the local auction. So since it was extra in there, I didn't really even know it was in there. I opened it up. It's a Gone with the Wind wind-up watch. Brand new. The box has a little tear in it back here, but I listed it out there for $20, and this is actually going GSP. I didn't look up what country it's going to yet, but I'm going to ship it to Kentucky, and they will ship it to the end customer. I sold this Redskins hat. This is a vintage painter's cap. The picture shows it a little better, but it's got a big Redskins logo on the front, Redskins on the front, and it's actually just a cheap, flimsy hat. These were made by Starline, I think in the early 90s or late 80s. I'm not sure exactly when they came out, but this was the first hat to sell out of that Redskins hat collection that I just picked up last week. I just got them all listed. I think there's about 8 or 10 hats. I can't remember exactly. Some really cool vintage ones, but all Redskins. So this was the cheapest one that I listed. This ended up selling for $19.99 shipped. I was really happy to sell this one. This is a little pocket 3M brand Gamette is what they call it. Right there, 3M Gamette. 3M makes some bigger bookshelf style games, and that's I think what they're more known for. But this one was still new and sealed. I bought, I think it was 4 or 5 of these games all in hanging bags at a Goodwill, and I think I paid $5 for all of them. This was the best one, just being still new and sealed. I ended up getting $29.99 shipped for this one. Sold this pack of 4 light bulbs. You'll see in the picture up here a little better. It's just one of the curly Q light bulbs, but these are specialty bulbs for like a photo studio. I did pick up at the local auction a lot that had a bunch of photography items. So I've already sold a couple different lots of light bulbs. It had a few little light stands and other accessories for it. So I just parted them out separately. I'm actually doing really good on it. I think I paid $10 or less for all of the stuff. Well into the profit on it. This batch of 4 bulbs went for $39.99 shipped. The bulb's actually about half the size of the box. So I'm going to put a little bit of bubble wrap at each end and box this up pretty good. It is going to have to go priority just because of the size and weight. Probably going to cost me, $10 or so to send out. Just sold this pack of Nerf Action Ballistic Balls. These are using a couple different Nerf products that shoot out balls like this. It's a 5-pack. Package is a little beat up, but these sell really good. I paid, I think, $1 or $1.98 for this. It was really cheap, and I ended up getting $24.95 shipped. It's going to go out first class. I can probably just put this into a poly mailer, send it out like this. Next item, I sold another one of these photos. This is Doris Day. We got Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris from the Yankees. They did a movie together. The title will be in the description up here. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I picked up a bunch of these a while back, finally got them listed, and I think this is the third one of them I've sold, and it goes for $9.99 shipped. Goes into a rigid mailer, ships out for like $3. Next item is this really cool Detroit Tigers mascot bobblehead. Now, I don't know if that really looks like a tiger, but whatever it is, these were made in the late 70s to early 80s, I think, is when this model came out. I don't think they dated the box, but it's made by Danny Goodman Concession. So if you see these aren't plastic. These are actually like a ceramic figure. These ones do sell really good. They're fairly rare. The mascots sell pretty well too. I ended up getting $49.99 shipped on this. It is going to have to go out priority mail, and I'll have to make sure that I bubble wrap it and protect it pretty good for shipping. Next, it's already boxed up, but it's a bundle of these 12 Major League Baseballs. You'll see up in the picture here. Every spring training, I get a bunch of baseballs from a connection I have. They fit perfectly into these flat rate A priority mail boxes and ship out. The most expensive it'll ship out is like $10.84. If they're over in California or a nearby state, it ships out for like $8 and change. So it's a really good way to ship out a dozen baseballs. This batch, I ended up getting $59.99 plus another $9.99 shipping. Now I got the biggest item and the biggest sale to finish things off. Actually, before I show this, what do you think of the new backdrop? I got a piece of fabric. Instead of using the little sheet back here, made me a little Diamondbacks backdrop back here. I kind of like it. Again, I'm a Diamondbacks fan, but give a thumbs up just for the backdrop. All right. So this is a Disney Magic Town Square. I bought this, it's probably a year ago, and it sort of sat around in my death pile just because of the size and the time to take all the pictures and the effort I would need to go into when I ship this out. I sort of avoided it. So a couple weeks ago, I did a video on selling large items and talked about selling big things for big profits, and this was one of them. I paid $10 for this at an estate sale. This was new in the box, although the box does have damage, and I ended up getting $119 plus another $29.99 shipping. Now, it is going back to, I think, either Michigan or somewhere back east, so it's going to cost me all of that $30 to ship this. All right, well, that's everything I got today, so thank y'all for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below and consider supporting this channel. And definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.